Why is this not working? Hey guys, Danielle here, Mama Fit for Life. Let's see if I can keep this internet. Funny story. Funny story. I'm going to tell you my funny story. We were getting multiple charges on our bill, on our thing for Verizon. So I had Adam call and confirm that they canceled it when we sold the other house. And our price went up. So he wanted the price to be brought back down. And they said, no, we can lock you in. So he said, okay, fine, lock me in for 2 years at the new price. And in that process, they canceled our internet. No big deal. You think they could just turn it back on? No, they can't just turn it back on. They have to redo it, reapply for credit. We literally were a customer 3 hours before, and then they have to do it. The only reason this is coming up is because my internet connection keeps going in and out. And the funny thing about that is that we got our price of $50 a month because they messed up, and then they doubled our speed, which sounds so amazing. Double the speed. And as soon as Adam said that, they doubled our speed, I was like, oh God, they messed with our connection. So literally, I'm standing, it's right there, literally, right there, where my finger is, right there, is where the router is. And this thing keeps, and I was standing 10 feet away, right there. And it keeps telling me it's trying to reconnect. So double the speed. I don't know what that means, but it has been working. I was trying to stream a workout, and Grayson's TV kept going out. So it's Thursday, and I'm like literally ready to pull my hair out. I don't know what's going on with the day, but I will say this. I ended the day, I did a post yesterday about the death rate of COVID and the numbers that people are putting and whatever. I don't like doing this shit because it literally is toxic. But in order to educate people, you have to share. And then you have people who counteract you, which is fine. Again, apparently I can only stand right next to the router for it to work. To the router, I can't move. Okay. It is so frustrating that to see the number of people trying to educate others, and people say things like, how are you any better than a scientist, or blah, 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 blah. And you want to know something? You guys really need to pay attention to the people speaking and where the money comes from that pays their flipping bills and their paycheck. No one pays me, right, to say this stuff. Mine is experience and education. What the immune system does, all this stuff. It's experience and education. No one's funding my budget for research like scientists. No one's funding my budget for research like doctors. Catch a clue. It is frustrating to post things like that and then see people. And the reason I don't post, I need to start posting and turning off the comments because I have a problem not keeping up with it. I want to respond and reply. And the reality is, I don't want to hear people. I simply want to share to educate and then zip the rest. Because the reality is, I have a nursing degree. I have my Bachelor's of Science in nursing. 5 beautiful years of that degree. I have my Master's of Science in exercise physiology. The beauty of that is that I actually studied the body. Yeah, all the muscles, all the good stuff. So not only that, but I work in a field that I left the hospital because of the lack of moral compass of doctors. Yeah, I have a lot of doctor friends. That doesn't mean that they all lack a moral compass. What it means is they are what they want. The patients in the hospital are not a priority. If you've ever been in a hospital, you've experienced that. The joy of being a nurse is that when I've had to go to a hospital, I actually am confident and comfortable in putting a foot down and saying what my care will look like. And being confident and comfortable telling a doctor, no sir, no ma'am, that's not what we're doing today. But a lot of people don't have that, okay? So if you've ever scrubbed into an OR and had to tell a doctor that broke their, sterilization by touching something like their glove to their face mask, guess what? That's not an easy task to do. But that's what you're in charge of, to keep things sterile, to keep the patient safe, to keep the field safe. I'm going on a random thing from what I said I was going to do, but this all led to my morning has just been chaotic. Grayson was awake, which is fine, but my workout was crap because he was just in the middle of it, and he would work out with me and then want a snack, and the baby needed a diaper changed, and that's my stress relief in the morning. My energy in the morning is usually beaming and like positive, and I just feel like punching something because I'm just so like, ugh. Okay, so let's see who's on here. Hey Tracy, hey Danielle, hey King, hey Kristen, and Colleen, Jenna, thanks King, working. Jenna, James, Hillary, hey girl, Michelle, and Kevin. So the reality is there's a lot of stuff coming out right now, a ton of stuff. And a lot of people are like, man, my friends are crazy. They think that this is a conspiracy. But the best part of what's coming out is all those Hollywood people, all those crazies from back in the day when people made them, this guy's crazy, he's talking crazy. All of this stuff that they were saying is actually coming to fruition and is coming out. And when you think about 2020 vision, this is the year, people, 2020. Do you know why all this shit is coming out? Because it's perfect vision, opening the doors. Things are coming out. I literally get chills as I say that. Catch a clue. You cannot listen to scientists and doctors who say one thing in February and then reroute and change what they say in April, and then reroute and change what they say in June, and somehow the studies match all of it. They are funded. Their money comes from where? Right? So you have all these nurses and doctors who are trying to speak out, who are trying to educate, and guess what? This stuff gets pulled. This video gets pulled. Your friend's video gets pulled. That doesn't make you think at all. It doesn't make you a little bit curious of how, I don't know, the day after COVID came out, every commercial was about washing your hands, covering your face, COVID. It was everywhere. I couldn't flip and get away from it. And then I would go onto Pinterest and it was like what? I'm looking for ideas. This is my getaway. This is where I don't have to watch this crap. If I wanted this crap, then I would watch the news, which I don't watch anymore because it's all over the flippin' place. This energy is just from one post yesterday. One thing, one sharing that then has me reading another post, has me reading other information, and I'm mind boggled. But I appreciate everyone who gives me props, who messages me and says, thank you for sharing, thank you for educating other professionals in the medical field who work in the hospital. I don't work in the hospital, so I have the luxury of speaking up. There are a lot of people who speak and they flipping fear their life, their job. Come on, people. That doesn't concern you. It doesn't concern you that we're being told to just stay inside all the time. Do you see where I'm at? Do you know what this produces? All these leaves and trees? Oxygen. Oxygen. It is literally one of the most healing agents in your body. I've been saying this for years as a trainer, as a nurse. Breathing full on oxygen in your nose, out your mouth, circulating the blood. Do you know what happens when you go to the hospital and your oxygen levels are low? They give you more oxygen. But during COVID, if your oxygen is too low, they're going to intubate you. And let me tell you something. If people aren't questioning why ventilators are still an acceptable use of treatment during all this, people, their organs are shutting down within days. You're talking about healthy human beings. Did you know that if a 45-year-old man has a heart attack, he is more likely to die from that heart attack than if an 80-year-old man has a heart attack? I'm going to let you process that for a minute so you can think, why is that? 45-year-old man has a heart attack. He is more likely to die than an 80-year-old man to have a heart attack. Why is that? What changes in the heart as we age? It slows down. Your body slows down. Your heart rate slows down. So when you have a heart attack at the age of 80, it's not that drastic. It's not that extreme. Your body can recover because it's like, oh shit, I got to get back up there. You know what I mean? Like, and usually you're around other people at that age. Now, people who aren't, right. But at 45, you're not expecting a heart attack. You're not waiting for a heart attack. You're not thinking it's going to happen. And your heart is pumping and working at a different rate than when you're aging. So when that heart attack happens, it's a lot more shocking. So when you ventilate and intubate a healthy human being who does not need it just because their lungs have an infection, there are many alternatives. We've heard them, people. We've heard them. And every single one of them has been, no, your zinc isn't going to work. It's only helped 50 out of 50 people. How can we say to people, this has only helped 50 people? We can't do that. But it's 100% effective. And I'd rather have something that is possibly going to help me that's natural versus, I don't know, has anyone been telling you what the rate of survival when they put you on a ventilator is? Anyone talking about that lately? I haven't seen it. I've heard the rate of recovery and survival from using zinc, from the hydrochloroquine. No one's talking about the dang ventilators. Everyone was obsessed with them because there weren't enough. So it's like, okay, let's make everyone look bad. Let's make the country like go insane getting this ventilator stuff done. We have to open our eyes. We have to start listening to the people that don't have money going in their pocket. You have to start listening to the people who don't have money going in their pockets. Money alters your voice. Money's powerful, people. And if someone is paying your paycheck, your bills, your funding, and your research, you're likely to say, yeah, that's fine. I'll just say this. I mean, what can it hurt? Well, wearing a mask every day is not healthy for you. It's been said time and time again. It will decrease your oxygen levels because you're literally recirculating your own carbon dioxide. You shouldn't need any research study for that. And my children are about to come out and have a huge... Oh, it's going to be a day, people. I need resources. Great. Stay out. Hey. Can we just separate? Hey, come outside. Just come outside. Come outside. Great. You go for your beetle. You go back inside. These two. She woke up in a mood. She's been going about trying to connect again. I walked away from my router. Double the speed. Walked away from my router. Oh, Buddha. Who else is on? I need a breath. My children. Good grief. Whew, we got a lot of people now. Let's see. Oh, Elisa, Stacy, good morning. Kristen, you help the beetle, buddy. We have all these beetles. I don't know where they're coming from. Grayson loves bugs. The poor bugs, they don't stand a chance. Jacqueline, Aaron, Carrie, Wendy, Caitlin. Okay. Jessica, good morning. Terry worked out with me this morning. We did some yoga and some Muscle Burns Fat. I am loving this program, Muscle Burns Fat. It really, I feel really good. After the last 2 weeks, we dabbled with some of the sample workouts last week and started it. But this week on Monday, we started day one. Helene, Charlotte, Casey, Kelly, Emanuela, Crystal. Hello. It feels so good to release that stuff. And for the people who are saying, thank you for sharing. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. It feels so great to hear that. And for the people, I really feel bad. Not even to make this political. You know what? Health is not political at all. And I see him. Oh, wow. He looks dead. Let's show the world. Our little bug. Oh, that bug looks dead. Poor thing. Poor bug. Oh, Hillary, I can't even imagine. 6 kids. I've got 4. So right now I have my friend's daughter came with us back from New Jersey. She's 15, and it's been great. She is so good with the baby. He fell asleep with her yesterday, and I was able to get stuff done, pumping, and just the pumping is like an additional child because it takes me away. Oh, so Stacy, we did core today. Monday was lower burn, right? Or was today? what was today? Today was core cardio, right? I don't even know. I can't remember. But low legs on Monday was intense. It was intense. Hey, Lisa. Yes, Hillary, I'll send you some info. We were talking, we got to get on the phone again and get you back on track. But people are talking about following the science. Here's the deal. This stuff is there. It's on the CDC website. It's there. However, it's not on the first page. You have to click a link, and then click another link, and then click a link. And that's a little tedious. A lot of people don't like to do that stuff. And then because there are so many links to click, you kind of lose track of where you are. And you got to pay attention and screenshot and do all that fun stuff, because you might not find your way back there if you try to another time. There was something about the flu that I was looking up, because that's just a whole nother thing that I got there, and then I was like, I don't even know how I got here. You know what I mean? So, okay, let me save this, but I don't know how I got here. Like, I don't know. But it's all on the CDC website. It's there. You know what's also on the CDC website? If you haven't seen it, it's surviving and being prepared for a zombie apocalypse. So here, buddy, my internet. Oh, Verizon. Oh, I moved, and now my internet keeps that, or Facebook is... Okay, let's look at the bug. Oh, hi. There's the bug. Yep, he's not wiggling at all. It's a beetle. There's all these beetles. They're by the front door. They're everywhere. Okay, and I don't know what's going on. They're just everywhere. Hey, Jen. Hey, Katie. Hello. So here's the reality. Yes, follow the science. But what makes one scientist right and another one wrong? What makes one doctor right and another one wrong? What makes one trainer right and another one wrong if they have opposite views, right? Look at the world of health and wellness, fitness and nutrition that I work in, right? I will never put down another product. If you know me, if you've been my client, if you've asked me about another product, I will never put another product down. I will say to you, hey, you got to do the research. What are you looking for? You know, I can only help you with the products that I use. He is so cute. And why I use these products and why I work with these products for my clients. That's all I can share with you. I have people who use those other products if you want to talk to them, but what are your goals? What do you need? Does this make sense for what you need? Or I'll say things like, hey, one thing that I like about my Daily Shake is that it has all my vitamins in it. It has all these superfoods that are going to be too expensive if I buy them in the store, right? It's doesn't have the artificial stuff, right? It's just things, what are you looking for? What do you need? That's what I can provide for you. I'm not going to tell you, oh, and let me tell you, I do not work with companies. I do not work with people who put down other companies and brands and businesses. I don't. I absolutely hate that. To me, we went and test drove a Honda Pilot, and the guy was like, oh, what else are you looking at? It was the first, this was when we were pregnant with Grayson. And we were like, oh, we're also looking at the Toyota Highlander, right? And he was like, oh, and started talking bad about the Highlander. It's like, how does anyone talk bad about a Toyota? Toyota and Hondas are probably the top cars of reliability and, right? And it's like, dude, I don't even need to hear about the Toyota. I'm here in your storefront, test driving your vehicle. Win me on this, right? And the reality of that is when you have those experiences, it's great because it lets you know how you should be as well, especially as a business owner. Yeah, Facebook does not like what I'm talking about, Stacy. They keep messing with my internet connection. Good morning, Pooja. How are you? June bugs. Oh, Hillary, there you go. Yes, I have workouts that don't require jumping. Good morning, Jen. Oh, thought it was Wednesday. It is Thursday. I don't even know where the week has gone. I just need to let this off my chest. This is a long one. This is a long live. But here we go. So here's the thing. If someone is being paid, it alters. Oh, the baby's waking up. Oh, he's so far away. It alters their voice. It's sad, but the reality is, yep, this is a good message. Must be good because they're blocking me. The reality is, people can't sacrifice their income, and it's too hard to start over. A lot of people can't envision doing things on their own. Do you know how great it would be for independent doctors, these doctors, to work and educate and have people teach them in all of this? Where is the CDC? Where is the government? Where is anyone educating society on health, on immunity? Because the reality is, you can't tell people, hey, in order to build immunity, you actually have to be around other people. You have to breathe on them and touch them. You have to touch the dirt. You have to touch and play with things. Wash your hands after, right? Be smart. If someone's coughing and sneezing, you don't want to be right up in their stuff. But we are losing our immunity by doing what we're doing. Because all of that buildup, if you've ever had a child that went to school, when they first go to school, it's a new building, it's new people, right? They usually get sick within the first, week, 2 month, something like that. Every September when our kids go back to school, the teachers are sick, the kids are sick. It's a day or two, right? But it's just that funky little cold. You know what's actually a cold? Coronaviruses. They are actually colds. Yep, common cold, coronavirus, common cold. Yeah, the symptoms of a common cold are the same symptoms as coronavirus. Now, COVID is real. I'm not ever going to say that it's not. COVID-19 is real. It affects the lungs. So the reality is, yeah, baby, I'm going to look at that later. The reality is you need to focus on your health, your well-being, and your lungs. So if you want your lungs to be healthy, you should not have any aerosols in your home. No Lysol sprays. Yep, they have us obsessed with that, don't they? They're Lysol spray. So get all the Lysol spray, spray it all over the place, right around your kids too. Just let them inhale it. If it goes inside, like the crazy president said, you all thought he was nuts for saying that, yet you're spraying Lysol in your home and then you're all breathing it in. So yeah, it's pretty toxic. Yep. So we don't have aerosols in our house. When I had Elevie, I did research and it showed that aerosols actually elevated your chance for asthma. Did you know that all the signs and symptoms of asthma are actually also the signs and symptoms of COVID-19? Yeah. And I know specifically the fluid in the lungs, I can't think of the exact name. I will get it and I will comment it here. But because someone shared with me an article and it showed the symptom that the person had, I said, well, this has got to be for more than just COVID, so let me see, because the person tested negative for COVID. And what do you know? It was for asthma, fluid in the lungs. Yeah, that stuff happens in severe cases. You have to educate yourself, guys. I am not an uneducated person, as like a lot of people want to say. Oh, you're uneducated. Why are you better than scientists? Because the money's not going in my pocket to say it. Money? Not in my pocket to say it. And these messages keep getting deleted. So if it doesn't make you wonder why all the people educating on better health, better wellness, and against what the government is saying to do, guess what? Light bulb. I gotta go. I got 2 littles. I'm so happy that you guys joined. Good morning, Tristan and Heather and Rebecca, Courtney, Brittany, Stella. Watch the video, like, share, get this out. I am an educated Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, Master's of Science in Exercise Physiology, mom, human being who is healthy, who lives healthy. This is me. This is what I do. So have a great day, guys. Get a workout in. Bye. Danielle here, Mama Fit for Life. Live life without limits.